Was that too much? The number of people who are sitting at home right now thinking, you know what, I have this project I want to record. I really want to go spend $2,000 to $3,000 for 1 or 2 days in a recording studio. That number of people is just getting smaller and smaller, as opposed to people who are at home right now thinking, I've got a laptop, I've got Pro Tools, I can probably do it myself. That number of people, I think, is growing. So hear me out. I'm going to start making some episodes about home studios and artists and musicians and producers and engineers and songwriters who are all tremendously talented and work from home. The episodes are going to feature these people and their home studios. I think it'll be a great way to show you what you actually need to be able to make music on your own at home. I think you would be surprised at how little people you know and love actually use to make amazing recordings or to make songs that you know and love. Off the top of my mind, Billie Eilish. I mean, how much of that do they do from their house? She's doing pretty good right now. If you'd like to be a part of this, go ahead and reach out to me. Go to my Instagram at ANDREWMASTERSmusic. Send me a message. Email me. My information's down in the description. I want to make a bunch of episodes highlighting all of these creators and artists and show off their home studio. And what's cool is you will get to see people that you know, or maybe even people that you don't know, who make incredible music and do it all from home using what might really surprise you and actually take you into their home studio, check out their rig, check out their gear, their workflow, how they like to work, and then show off the projects that they're working on and a little bit about them as well. So today is gonna be episode 1, and it's gonna be about me, of course. I'm just the cheapest guy that I could afford, honestly. Brief background. My wife and I moved here from the West Coast. We live here in Nashville. We moved here to raise a family and buy property and basically start our lives. As an audio engineer, you know, I need to be able to do work from home remotely, and I also need to be able to go anywhere and work at any studios, and there's a lot of studios here. There's a lot of home studios here, and I'm also gonna make my own home studio. But right now, we live in an apartment. We've been here for 2 years, and I have essentially turned the spare bedroom of our tiny apartment into my home studio. So without further ado, let's go up to my tiny apartment home studio. Okay, let's go. We have baby gates everywhere. So this is our master bedroom of our apartment, which I turned into the studio, and our bedroom is the smaller bedroom. So I've been really excited to say this. Come on with me and check out my home studio. Here we go. This is it. It's not that bad, actually. It's pretty awesome. You guys might recognize this shot from every other video that I do. This is a little behind the scenes. Let's check out all the stuff. All right, first things first, this is where you walk in. That is my wife's grandfather's desk. It's been in her family for a very long time. Very special piece of furniture. My wife actually does some sewing, so I hide her little sewing machine back there. It's beautiful. We'll find a good place for that in the house. Underneath this desk is all of the stuff that's your go-to as far as cables, adapters, guitar pedals, just anything that you need ready to go just in case of some sort of situation. Back here, everything back here is basically storage of things that I might need to use, so they're not put away in the closets in the back. They're just on deck, ready to go. Over here is a guest bed in case we have any guests. We throw that on the ground. These are some of the guitars that we keep out for writing or just jamming, and my kid likes to play them. Over here is the fun zone. Anytime that I'm writing, I really like using electric guitar. These are my favorite pedals that I use. And I use this Vox amp. This is AC15. I got this off Craigslist, basically brand new. It's beautiful. This is one of the mics that I really like to use on guitar amp, by the way. Good one. I'll do a video on that, I'm sure. This might look familiar to some of you. This is the infamous Green Day guitar, given to me by none other than Green Day. No, I did not put those stickers on there, somebody else did. This is more of an art piece than anything that gets used. This was my first guitar that was a full-size guitar. My grandmother bought me this when I was, I think, 11 years old. I was so pumped when I got this. I love her so much. She really was a big inspiration for me to follow my dreams, if you will. Next to the fun zone, we have our fully weighted 88 key Kurzweil. This thing is super cool and easy enough to use that my 2.5-year-old son can use it. And above it we have a TV that is essentially a secondary monitor to my computer. Up here, just more utilizing whatever free space that I have in this room. XLR cables, percussion, things of that nature. This is what the room looks like from the front. You come in this way. The stuff behind the desk is interesting. I made these panels myself, and they actually are the best panels I've ever made, and they work phenomenally. This is by far the best sounding bedroom in an apartment I've ever been in. The wood that I'm using between the panels, it's actually framing wood that goes to the spare bed that we have. The bed was actually taking up too much space in here, so I took it apart and I just leaned the mattress against the wall for more space, and I have to put the wood somewhere, so I just leaned it up against the wall, and honestly, it looks great, and it does some cool diffusion as well. Back here, it's literally just standing up against the wall. Looks pretty cool, sounds pretty cool, it's great. And also, so behind the wood, I'm actually using it for storage. Mic stands, tripods, other just random stuff that I have nowhere to put because I'm in an apartment. Then we have the desk. This is the output platform desk. This is by far the coolest piece of furniture I've ever purchased. Cable management goes right through the desk, exactly where you want it. Beautiful. You have your built-in racks for any outboard gear, your interfaces. I actually use this to store my hard drives and my computer right in there. And over there is just more storage on that side. But I have 3 banks open so that I can put in a total of 9 rack units. And this in this desk, stored away, out of the way, don't have to see any of the cables. And if you look behind the desk, it's the same thing. And these little slots for people with OCD like me, and I have it going to my power so that my floor behind this actually is pretty clean. And of course, the keyboard drawer, which hides away, so you don't have to look at it the whole time, and you can just use your desk regularly, and you don't have to have a separate setup like this for your keyboard. It's just right here, ready to go. Now I use this for production, and then we have this for any like performance piano, anyone who likes to use weighted keys. It's great. Okay, over here we have a big light. All right, this is just more storage. Cables, mics, accessories. I've got my soldering little setup here. This guy was a cool preamp that was gifted to me by my friend Frank Romano. Frank, thank you very much. Love it. That's a SM7 I actually also got from Frank. Yeah. So that's it. This is my home studio where I do most of my remote work as an engineer. And I wanted to show you guys this because I am doing this whole journey where we're going to buy a house and build a new studio. And I want to be able to look back and reflect on where we were in 2019 with this room and show you guys, you know, that you can literally have a home studio in an apartment. And hopefully I'll do a bunch of cool episodes with songwriters here in Nashville and some engineers and producers in LA and show you where, you know, they're doing most of their work out of their apartments and home studios. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys thought. And if you guys are interested in having an episode on yourselves or your place, you know, hit me up on Instagram or in the email. All the links are down in the description below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.